All right, hey, it's me, Taylor Rick, back again with another breakdown. It's been a long time since I've done a breakdown, but today's actions and things that are going on across Reddit, actually that started happening yesterday and into today, kind of make me have to make some comments here that, I don't know, this is a bunch of bullshit if you ask me, but as of right now, apparently, as of right now today, we are all cheaters. Every single one of us are that play this game. Eve Echoes. We're all cheaters. Let's figure out what I mean by that, right? So it all started with this video you see up here on the screen right now from Mr. Vetemune in Kraken. And he posted this video. I'm going to go ahead and hit play here, and we're going to watch this a little bit. He got baited with this Heron Covert Ops with his two-man crew that he's running, which, by the way, he's running two accounts at once. Therefore, he's simulating a player. We'll get into why this means that Vetemune right now is cheating. But let's look at this, because look at that right there. All those scepters warp in at once. What's that look like to you? That looks like a fleet warp. If you're looking at this for the first time and you haven't heard anything about what's going on right now, you would look at that and think, okay, multiple scepters warped in on Vetemune, and eventually some of them are going to die. He's going to kill a few of them in his Arbitrator Covert Ops that he's running, actually it's a Hick that he's running right now, and you're going to see him die eventually to these interceptors. And what's the big deal? Why is Vetemune so pissed off about this video? I don't know why he's pissed off about this video. I think people are looking at this video and saying, well, that's botting and that's syncing, because all of those guys warped in at the same time. And if you watch, here they are, they land. Okay, that's a fleet warp. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Now they all start moving, and they all start focus firing at the same time. It looks like they all got yellow box and red box at the exact same time. Isn't that the same thing you'd see from a focus fire command? What's the big fucking deal here? Now Vetemune will argue that, well, that's cheating, that's syncing, that's botting, that's scripting. He's doing something across all of those because he's running all those counts at once. Now, if you don't know, this is all one player. So, yeah, okay, if you think of it from that standpoint, and you know for a fact that that's all one player, and we do know that. This is KB Games here. Who jumped in on him and killed him, then yeah, okay, that would give you at least some video evidence that there's a possibility there that he's scripting. But why would you jump to that when you look at this? Are you telling me that NetEase's code is so precise and so perfect that visually on the screen, Vetemune is going to see down to the millisecond exactly what some other guy did? Are you fucking kidding me? That's a joke, right? Like, we can't even get local to load quickly when we're warping through or going through a gate. You type in something in one chat and it comes up in another, like literally 5 seconds fucking later. Nothing happens instantly like that. So you mean to tell me that if he goes through and hits lock, 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 and they're a couple of milliseconds apart, and I'll show you exactly what he does on his screen here in just a second, are you telling me that that's going to come across exactly onto Vetemune's screen and show the exact same cadence in that exact same millisecond, lock, 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 lock time frame? It's going to show up exactly on his screen the same way? Of course it's not. This is fucking NetEase's code here. Everything's got a little bit of a lag and a delay to it. It's all on a mobile game, for crying out loud. Or if it's not, it's on an emulator, which acts like a damn mobile game sometimes because it gets lag. And their code's shit. We bitch and complain about their code all the time. All the fucking time. And yet, in this instance, we look at that and we want to instantly point to that scripting. Now, as executor of Silent, I said this on Sunday's podcast, and I even said it on Reddit, and I'm going to stick to it. If this video evidence of any one of our players in Silent Federation gets turned into NetEase, and that player is banned for scripting, syncing, or AKA botting of any kind of those things, if he's banned, then yes, we're going to kick him from Silent Fit. That's our stance. It's easy. That's all there is to it. Other than that, you don't get to know anything other than that. Sorry, that's an internal matter. I don't see Kraken going around telling everybody about what they find internally with someone stealing this, stealing that, and putting it up on fucking Reddit for everybody to look at and then explain. Nobody does that. You kidding me? That's a fucking joke. Now, with that said, I will stand by what I said. If they are scripting and they are botting and they are syncing and they get found guilty of that by NetEase, they have the tools to see if that was happening, and they got banned, then that player would get kicked. Now, fast forward to today, you got Vetemune going and posting, this big vindication is literally jizzing himself. He's literally jizzing his pants, for God's sakes, over how happy he is that quote-unquote KB Games got banned. Well, guess what, you dipshit? He didn't get banned. He got fined. Why did he get fined? Well, he got fined because of this. It wasn't because of scripting. It wasn't because of... shit, I don't know if that shows up. Yeah, it doesn't show up. I'll edit it in later. It wasn't because of scripting. It wasn't because of syncing. It wasn't because of botting, aka botting. All the botting covers all those things, right? He didn't get banned. None of his accounts got banned. His accounts are all still active. He's still running. He did get a fine on each one of them, including the ones that happened to be logged in but were in JITA and you didn't see in that video. How in the hell does an account get fined if it's logged into JITA and it's not even on grid? I'll tell you why. Because of what it says right here. EULA violation for simulating players. That's exactly what it says in each email to each one of his characters, because they were like this. They were all logged in at the same time, like what you see on the screen right here. I'm going to maximize this and then make sure it shows up. Shit, I don't know if that's going to show up. I will leave it like that. That's fine. They were all logged in like this and doing this. And you'll see how fast you can go through, get everything warped, get everything locked, click, 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 focus fire, same orbit, everything else. You'll see how fast this kind of a setup is. And they're not all on the same grid either, right? And so, but what happened was he got a fine on each one of his accounts that happened to be logged in on this PC, regardless of where they were. Even the ones that were in JITA got a fine. And if you go back and look at what they said, again, EULA violation for simulating players. That's what it says in the email to each one of his accounts that got, well, some of them didn't even get a damn email. They just got 10 bill taken out of the account. It totals 80 bill in total. That's what it totals up to. So that's ridiculous. That means, and it all came from the same IP address, right? So that means every single one of us is a cheater. Every single one of us right now who's got two phones sitting on their desk that are connected to your Wi-Fi at home, and you're playing on two accounts on two phones, you are simulating a player and you are in violation of the terms and conditions that NetEase has put forth. You're a cheater. I'm a cheater. I'm running an emulator and I've got an iPad and two phones sitting right here on a PC, an iPad, and two phones. But they're all coming through the same Wi-Fi, so they're on the same IP address. Therefore, I'm a cheater now. Vetamune's a cheater. If he's got two devices and they're coming off the same IP address for his Wi-Fi out of his little apartment there with his butt buddy in the corner, he's a cheater as well, right? All of us are. Every single one of us are. This is bullshit by NetEase. I'm just as pissed at NetEase as I am right now at Vetamune for being a little cuck. I mean, really, this is just stupid. This whole thing is fucking stupid. It's just like, I don't know, boy who cried wolf. This is Vetamune here thinking, oh my God, we got silent again. Ha ha ha. Go look at yourselves in the fucking mirror. You think the number of people who are running emulators is high and silent? Go look at AOA and Kraken. Holy shit. Every system you go to in those two guys' spaces, those two butt buddies' spaces, is filled with 10 guys with the same goddamn name, TAC 1, TAC 2, TAC 3. It's everywhere. This is kind of a normal thing, though, in terms of having lots of different accounts, right? But according to Vetamune, and now according to the NetEase, backed up by NetEase, we're all cheaters for doing that, including Vetamune himself. So, look, I don't know what else to tell you. I told you, the listeners on Sunday's podcast, and I'm told Vet on Reddit, that if he was accused of botting and he was banned, that I would kick him. Well, he wasn't accused of botting. NetEase has the tools to be able to tell you what exactly he was doing. And I just showed you what he was doing. He wasn't botting. He wasn't accused of botting. He was accused of simulating a player by having a fucking emulator running. That's why you got a fine. You got to be fucking kidding me. KB Games is not going anywhere. Vetamune's not going anywhere, unfortunately. All of us that are multi-boxing like this aren't going anywhere, but somehow, I bet you right now, I could go fly around, report a whole bunch of people, and get a whole bunch of people fined. That's bullshit. Every single one of us should be pissed off at that. Thank you, Vetamune, for fucking everybody over by being a dipshit. Please come to Declan again, by the way, and die. All That's all I got.